Hello and welcome to Achievement Time! Today, we are going to... a little backstory. So back in 1994, we had Interplay, a game company, go figure, paired up with Parallax Software to bring you Descent. Quite an awesome game. I grew up with it. I mostly, when I was younger, watched my brother play it. He actually got into it, and for that reason, that was the reason why I got into it. It was kind of hard for me to play, almost impossible at first, and it kind of took me a while to kind of get the hang of it, but I did finally get the hang of it, and when I did, it was a lot of fun. So it is one of my favorite games. Can't say of all time, but it is right up there. It's hard to say which one is my favorite, but this is definitely... like, if you're looking to see what my childhood was like, a lot of Saturday nights were spent watching my brother play this. Or Descent 2. We also had Descent 2, which I have just the disc for. I have the box for it somewhere. Obviously, chances are trying to run a game like this now wouldn't work, as, you know, that was 32-bit stuff back then, and now we're at 64. Also, this is actually a DOS game, so DOS version. Yep, says right on there. That does mean you could run it in DOS box. I've done that before, and that's great. And you do get pretty much the same experience that you had when I was a child. You get the same experience, the original experience. And I guess if you're really looking for the original experience, that's the way to go. However, this video is going to show a little bit how to get the most out of Descent, and I will show you that now. Whoa. Okay, so I'll get to that in just a sec. I'll act like I've never been here before. Dxx Rebirth. Just throw that in your search engine, and it's probably going to be, or dxx-rebirth.com, and you go there. There we are. I'll close that. Dxx Rebirth, the people behind this website, they just want to get it out there and make sure people, even today, on a modern computer can still enjoy Descent, because it is a really cool game. Kind of first of its kind, where you can actually take full advantage of all three dimensions. It's very groundbreaking for its time. Anyway, so they just want to make sure people could play it. And that's what they've done here. They've done a source port of it, so they basically redid the engine that runs the game. So it's kind of just a new engine that you can download, which you can do here. This is how I got Descent to work on my modern computer. We're talking Windows XP, Windows XP, Windows 7, and now Windows 10. So you download, since I'm Windows 10, I'll do that, but hang on. There's also a Mac OS version. Oh, somewhere. Linux. And that's the new, okay, right here's the newest Mac version. So yeah, you can play this on any computer platform. I want to save the file onto my desktop. That sounds great. Perfect. So it's a zip file, you extract it. Click next, that's what I did basically. That opens it, but it is right here. You go right here, and then it has both, you know, for Descent 1 and Descent 2. Here's Descent 2, and there's the application. So if you run it right now, just right after you download it, you get this message. It's looking for a hog file. So what does that mean? Like I said, this is just the game engine. It doesn't actually have the game, because the game is still copyrighted material. So they couldn't allow you to just download the game from the site. You can do, you go to game content, and you can download the shareware version or a Mac demo, interactive demo. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's for Descent 2, I guess. So let's do that. We'll download shareware. Right there, same thing. It's a zip file. So there it is. Extract. So all it is just two files, a hog and a pig file. And I always wondered, like, if they intentionally had some joke behind that or whatever. But you copy those and you paste it into this folder. Paste. Bam. And now it should run. I hate doing this because I don't know what happens. It always meant, okay. Okay, it's recording now, so it should be playing, recording this. And yeah, here you go. So a few options. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you this version is newer than the version I'm going to be using for this series. Mostly because I like the version that I have better, even though it can't do 4K resolution. That's okay, especially if I'm going to record only in HD. But yeah, see this? Bam, I can do 4K resolution if I wanted to. Oh man, what's it going to do? Oh man, never mind. Okay, you played the shareware version and you want to experience the full game. The shareware is only like the first few levels, I think. You'd have to get yourself one of these, an actual physical copy of the game. Or you can go online. See here at the day of recording, we got Descent 2. You can get that for, you know, under 10 bucks. And this looks pretty legit. Okay, here's 1 and 2 for 80 bucks. It's a bit much, but it's like a collector's edition or something, I don't know. There was another one I saw. Yeah, okay, 1 and 2, get the full game boxes, so the original boxes, and it looks like you might, more or less would get everything for 50 bucks. There's just basically a few different options there. I can get into that, but this changes like every day, so like what's the point? Either way, you either have the disc, or you went online and bought it, or you found a friend that had it and you borrowed it from him. So you take your disc and you stick it in your optical drive, then go to your optical drive and you navigate through it. You find the Descent folder inside of there. And inside of that you'll find, this might not look exactly the same if you open it because I have the Anniversary Edition. I have failed to mention this. The Anniversary Edition has extra levels on it. So you see extra levels here anyway. But you're looking for Descent Hog and Descent Pig. You copy them and paste them into here. Just like that. And then that, now you have the full version. You click on that, you can launch it. You can even, so you can click on that, right click, create shortcut. You can even just rename it as Descent, Descent. You cut it, and then you can paste it onto your desktop. I won't do that because I already, as you can see, have a shortcut made out for me. And there you have it. And then you could just click on it and it would just launch the game. And you'd have the full game and you can play every level. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. Comment if it doesn't make sense and why. And I'll see what I can do to, you know, make sure it makes sense to you. Okay, so let's get right to it then. I've launched my version. This is version 0.55.1. If you don't want the newest version, you can get an older version of the thing on the website, but this is so old, they don't even have it on there anymore. But I like it. What really does it for me is the crosshairs. I'll show you in a second. Like I said, I've got everything how I like. I've changed my keyboard. So I got this in a WASD layout swing. So you move, accelerate, move forward is W, to reverse, to move back is S, strafe or slide left is A, slide right or strafe right is D. So there you go, like in a lot of shooter games you got WASD that makes you move forward, back, strafe left and right, and then you use your mouse to point around, and so that's what I got. I got the mouse that will point my ship to anywhere I need to go, and then the WASD are my move keys. But with set, you can move in all 3 dimensions, so there's a vertical there's a vertical axis as well, not an X and Y, there's a Z axis. So you jump, typically when you jump in a game with a WASD layout, it's space. So I think that was appropriate to assign space to slide up, which will make your ship move straight up, or slide down, I did left shift, because usually in a lot of games that's crouch. Sometimes it's left control, but so you can do left control if you want. But, and that's the important stuff. The rest I pretty much have left alone. Okay, well, let's get right to it. We'll start with number 1, Hot Shot. Oh. Okay, you'll just have to skip to a later part if you don't want to go through this, but I guess I will read all this. So, PTMC Station, Shiva Earth Orbit Post Terran Minerals Corporation Headquarters, briefing 6:30 GMT. And apparently our defense robots did not function to specifications. Our Pluto mining stations are now in unknown hands. Worthless bureaucrats. So the text in green is like this bald guy sitting in the chair. This white stuff is you, pretty much thinking to yourself as he says all this. Worthless bureaucrats. They'd replace us all with robots given half the chance. Briefings are awful. Air is too sterile for human lungs. Endless electric blue schematics sting the eyes, and a suit from post-Terran whose droning voice would make an Armageddon sound boring. They needed me. They had the equipment I needed. Why does this fool keep babbling? We have an Israeli-made Pyro GX specially modified for this mission. Fine, let me go. Some fighter jocks worship their hardware, but I'm not the religious type. The idiot giving the lecture was practically drooling. The hardware was pretty impressive, though, and AV-42 Avenger concussion missiles, pair of AG-435 industrial argon cyanide lasers, illegally modified just the way those hardware junkies like them. Do I really need to know the serial numbers? You will have multiple objectives on this mission. You mean contradictory objectives, don't you? Destroy all infected mines, keep the invading force from spreading further, but be sure to rescue any survivors. Destroy as many robots as possible, and each one of these objectives is the most important. Why did they have to design this mission by committee? This can only be done by the material defender in situ. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right. In situ? Translation from bureaucraties. They're hosed, and I'm the only one who can cut their losses. That's the trouble with working for the largest bureaucracy in human history. Hail the glorious post-Terran Minerals Corporation. Huzzah! Our remaining defense robotics have smuggled replacement parts and weapons into the mines. At present, the invader has not been alerted. We are confident that you will have the advantage of a surprise attack, at least until you enter the mines. At that point, you should expect a heavy counter-offensive. I suppose I should be thankful for the small mercy somehow. I have the feeling that I would have no advantage at all. The strategic weak spot of our mines is their fusion reactors. They're deep in each mine and completely automated. Normally, we would be able to blow them from orbit, but all uplinks to our stations have been severed at the source. Knocking out the reactors will cause a system-wide meltdown within a matter of seconds, and when I say system-wide, I mean complete vaporization. Getting out before the mine blows should be foremost on your mind. And foremost on the minds of any poor slobs I haven't rescued yet. Indeed. Better go rescue them, though. The information we have on the enemy is rather sketchy. PTMC intelligence comes through again. Big surprise there. The infected mines now appear to be manufacturing new robots for its needs. Most are based on the designs of common mining mechs, but expect to see completely new ones as well. Whatever has invaded the mines appears to adapt rapidly, while none of the internal monitoring systems are responding. Defense satellites have spotted a few of the modified mechs near the surface. Here's the latest information from PTMC intelligence. Class 1 drone, standard PTMC automated scout robot, size 3 meters, estimate armament, 2 MR pulse rock cutters, threat minimal. Standard utility robot, apparently modified for combat, should pose little threat alone, but could be trouble in groups. Class 2 drone, medium PTMC automated scout robot, size 4 meters, estimate armament, 2 argon welding lasers, threat average, aggressive, one-cornered, relatively weak weapons, but fires rapidly. Medium lifter, modified PTMC maintenance robot, size 5 meters, estimate armament, 2 diamond-plated swing arms, threat high. Normally used to burrow through the porous rock. Recon cameras have witnessed this robot shedding anything in sight, including the hostages, which could be why its claws are red. We'll put money on that, actually. Small Hulk, modified PTMC mining robot, size 5 meters, estimate armament, 2 heavy argon lasers, threat medium, standard borer robot, tough and agile. Medium Hulk, modified PTMC mining robot, size 6 to 8 meters, estimate armament, 2 missile launchers, threat high. Heavily armored for explosive deployment in deep mines. Slow moving but very dangerous. Spider processing robot, size 8 meters, estimate armament, 3 mass driver rifles, threat high. These mechs were designed to pick up rubble for processing in their body cavities. We have no further info on these robots. This is the standard emergency exit for PTMC mines. It's hardwired to open in the event of reactor failures. Relocating the exit hatches before destroying the reactors would be wise. Yes, you know where to run to after you blow it, because you always have like 40 or 45 seconds. Safely piloting a core shop waste barge is starting to sound really good right now. Most of our information is sketchy at this point. We will continue to analyze the data you acquire and keep you updated as we can. Be aware that we have witnessed advanced intelligence in many of these mechs. It's safe to assume they will continue to develop new weaponry and behaviors as you progress, but, of course, you will see the real evidence soon enough. I suppose if they were any more encouraging, they'd be shooting me right now. We are aware from your record in putting down the Humans First mining strike that you can get difficult jobs done. First, he tries to scare me, then he flatters me. The least they could do is bring someone else in to play good cop. Who does he think I am? Just because I've killed people doesn't mean I'm stupid. Typical PTMC stiff. I imagine what his face would look like with my fist buried in it. Much better. If you pull this off, PTMC will pay you triple your usual compensation. Now I'm intrigued. PTMC only throws money around when they're sincerely scared. You'll also earn high recognition indeed, but recognition doesn't improve the situation. You will purge the inner planets, then swing outbound heading for Pluto. You will be able to rearm the orbital PTMC processing stations. Nothing about reinforcements. This is not good. I wonder who was sent before they got around to drawing my name out of the PTMC database. Someone who wasn't ready for the task. Pluto's not a planet anymore, I'm aware of that, but it was when this game was made. It will always be a Pluto in my heart. Pluto. It'll always be a Pluto in my heart. Pluto will always be a planet in my heart. I doubt you're aware of this, but the military division performs advanced weaponry development in several of our mines. The Pyro GX has been modified to make use of any new technology you find. It's apparent you'll need everything you can get to eliminate this threat. Threat to your salary, you mean? The only reason PTMC hires people like me is to ensure its undaunted financial future. And we feel you should know that intelligent reports indicate the convergence point of robot invasion forces Earth. That's kind of hard to read for some reason. My stomach turned again. You'd think they'd get to the important part at the start of the briefing. Of course, to PTMC, their minds are the important part. I keep forgetting that. So all these robots are heading towards Earth. Not good. That is all, Material Defender. Prepare for descent. Yeah, that's like the last thing he says. PTFC Directive CMD-AC 104-335 to MD-1032 MP Station Shiva, Earth orbit from PTMC headquarters. Report to main hangar at 8:30 for immediate ship prep and launch. Proceed to Lunar Outpost MM0012 for Level 1 descent and insertion. Contact with outpost lost 2 days ago. Intelligence indicates low infestation. Destruction of primary reactor core is imperative. Be aware of hostage situations and proceed with caution. Alright, let's do this. So, I like the crosshair. If I should show an example of the modern one. The newer version, the crosshair is grainier. I like how this looks for some reason. Don't ask me why, but it adds to the effect. Like, that's a nice, clean, high-res crosshair. The one in the newer version isn't, and I don't know. It is arguably a dumb reason to prefer the older version over the new, especially when the new version can support 4K. I have tearing for some reason to go. Alright, so get these little guys, rescued hostages, those doors, like that type of door over there. This is always the type of door that has hostages behind them. And they don't just open. I haven't opened the door yet, so... Oh, there's a secret. We'll just go up. That was Vulcan ammo. Ooh, homing missiles. I love homing missiles. They don't just shoot in a straight line, they actually will home in on somebody. Within reason. Get some energy. Oh, we're gonna play this. We're just going around the same little thing. Nice. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, I don't think we've been down here. Nope. I got 4 of them down here. I can cut. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, we got our hostages. You can find those in almost every level. A couple of them don't, though. And we'll go, and we need... Okay, so typically your reactor's behind the red door. And, of course, you need the red key. Oh, let's go look down here. Hello? Oh, hi, guys. So yes, I think if I wasn't recording this, I'd probably, I don't know, I could probably get used to the... Or if I was recording in 4K, which I plan to do sometime in the near future, then I'd probably switch to 4K, or, you know, the newer version that supports 4K. But right now, like I said, I'm just going to do this. It works fine. I'm recording in HD. This can display in HD. We're going to leave it at that. Oh! Secret within a secret. Look at that. Hello! It's just you back in here, huh? What are you doing back here, huh? Ooh! Your lasers are upgradable, as you can see. I just upgraded to a level 2. Now they're purple, and more importantly, they probably have more damage when you shoot somebody with them. Oh, hello. Oh, there's the reactor room. You can always tell by these, like, red and white textures you got there. Anybody else? Somebody. Hello? Oh, he's down here. Okay. Sorry, I got an itchy nose today. We'll just... You can sit there and spend all day trying to shoot through a grate, or we'll just go around and face him. That might be a little more exciting. We'll get to that. Sorry about the tearing. I think that is my recorder, because it doesn't do that when I'm playing normally. But because of my screen capture, I need to look into settings there. Yeah, scratch the nose! Ah! Take a shot every time I do that. So a good tip, if you're playing this game and you want to be good with it, always be moving, especially, you know, from side to side, or down, or up. Okay, this happens a lot. You get somebody shooting at you down a hallway. I've been dodging them. Sometimes you back up to dodge them, but if somebody shoots a missile at you, you don't want to, if you can help it, don't back up, because like the missile will catch up to you even if you're backing up, and you're just going the same way it's going. So likely it's gonna, you know, it'll turn and then it'll hit the wall, and you're right next to it, and it blows up next to you and hurts you. If you can, charge it, get around it. You know, say if it's coming at you in the top left, you go, you know, down in here and then forward at the same time, and you try to get around it and forward. That puts as much possible distance between you and the missile when it blows up. Nice. Alright. See that? It just turned. I love homing missiles. They're definitely my favorite type of missile. You got way more powerful missiles. Like, there's smart missiles. You can use them for different... They're there for different reasons, different strategies. But homing missiles in general are my favorite. Okay, we have a red key. So we're gonna go through the red door. Oh, hey guys. Okay, I don't know why, but I lost audio for a second there. I wonder if the video did or not, or if that was just the headphones. Okay, there's our exit. Good to find that before we blow this reactor. Okay, I can't open this door. No, that was just from when I shot the exit. So you can't open it until you blow this, basically. Whoa! And yeah, make haste to here. You can cheat it a little bit. It'll get to 0 and you have maybe 5 more seconds after it gets to 0. But see, okay, I'll take my hands off the controls and you see it just is still rumbling around. It makes it a little more difficult to pilot a ship when it's shaking around like that, but it definitely adds to it. It makes you like in this little panic mode. And then yeah, you get down to here and you're like rushing trying to get the exit. You're like, no! So even though it gets to 0, I can wait a little bit. Oh, and still make it. Try not to cheat as much as you can. Like, try not to do that, because yeah, because if you die, if you don't get to the exit, you lose all your stuff that your ship had. You'll move to the next level, but yeah, it will even tell you your ship and all of its contents were incinerated. So you'll move to the next level, but you'll start out with the basic stuff that you started like level 1 with. So not a big deal now, but if that happens on like level 20, and you have like mega missiles, smart missiles, all this awesome stuff, you end up having like a lot of stuff. That sucks, because you lose all of it. You have to start all over and have to fight these really difficult robots with like these dinky little lasers. So keep that in mind. Anyway, but it is cool that you can cheat it a little bit. It just adds to it. Like you're brushing there, and it's just like ah, and you know, it's a bigger reward when you actually get to the exit and you've gone past 0 a little bit. You know, because you're definitely trying. It's, you know, kind of more like an A for effort thing. Anyway, so there you have it. There is level 1 of Descent, and also how to install it and get it working on a modern PC. And thank you for, you know, definitely got to thank Dxx Rebirth for that, because this wouldn't be possible without it. I mean, you could run it in DOSBox, but maybe I'll include a clip or something of it running in DOSBox, but anyway, I mean, in DOSBox, it's just, you don't have 1080p resolution, you don't have 4K resolution, you don't have, I mean, it's just, I think the biggest resolution it has is like 800 by 600, which is not a whole lot, so it's pixelier if you scale it up to full screen. You know, I don't know, the textures are just dirtier, if you will, but not as sharp, very pixely, and, I mean, this is not perfect, obviously, but it definitely makes it a lot easier. Plus, DOSBox is like, you got to run it and set it up, and you know, every time you start it up, you got to kind of set it up, and you know, I don't know. This is just like after it's set up, you just click on it and it just launches. I mean, I guess you could probably do the same with DOSBox, but it takes a few more steps than this. But anyway, and if you really like the DOSBox way of doing it, then you can do that too. That's fine. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and hit that thumbs up button. And comment and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.